Good morning, everyone. We're out at the farm today, checking in on our fields that we got planted extremely early for the year. Right now, they're facing some frigid conditions out there in the field. We're gonna peek in on them and see how they're doing and what the state of the soil is at the moment. And we're gonna start doing some preparations for the warmer weather season. If you can't tell, between us being in planting mode and the impact of this virus on our local community, things are a little bit sporadic at the farm right now. We're doing our best to stay busy and stay productive. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into today. Smash that like button. Let's get to work. What an interesting change of pace. The size of these flakes. Let's see if I can catch one. Oh, there's one. No. Holy moly. This is the first field of corn we planted. Not quite what you like to see on top of it in terms of precipitation. Doesn't look like anything's emerged yet, which isn't surprising. Let's do a little status check on them. Oh man, look at that. In good shape. That one's not in good shape. I'm pretty sure I just killed it. Hang in there, little guy. He'll be warm before you know it. Cover him back up. He's gonna need some protection. Given the weather today, you wouldn't think that that corn is gonna be out of the ground in the next week or so, but I'm very certain that it will be. When the spike is that close to the surface, it's only 1 to 2 days away. Now, it's not growing on a 30-degree day such as today. It's snowing outside, but when it does warm back up early next week, this corn should pop right out of the ground. Man, I had enough of this snow getting in my eyes. I'm not gonna be able to see tomorrow. That should help me a little bit. We can actually quantify the level of thermal protection that our soil is offering us. Many farmers also base their decision on soil temperatures from a probe. Typically, farmers measure from 4 to 6 inches down to determine what the actual temperature of the soil is, and often factor this into their planting decisions. We actually have a little seedling breaking through already. There's another one. It's in good shape. So if we put this down about 4 inches, as of right now, the temperature is stabilizing right around 40 degrees Fahrenheit. That is warmer than the ambient temperature outside at this moment. That 40-degree soil is protecting these plants right on the soil surface from these freezing temperatures we have outside. Getting pelted by snow. We're also reaching the end of the coolest point of the day. As we approach the afternoon, the temperatures will rise up some more and bring these soil temperatures closer to the 50-degree mark. One of the biggest differentiating factors in the temperature of the soil is actually the presence of the sun. Soils, and very rich dark soils especially, warm up much quicker with the presence of the sunlight to reflect the solar light on the ground. On most farms, agronomists typically do not suggest you put any corn in the ground until soil temperatures reach 50 degrees with a chance of increases in the future. The soil temperature last week, when the weather was in the upper 70s to 80s every day, was nearing 70 degrees. As I've shown you, right now it's backed off about 30 degrees. However, I'm not worried about this corn at all. If the seedlings were a couple inches out of the ground, I would be concerned about these cold temperatures causing frost damage on them. However, they're still 95% insulated by the ground. We don't have to worry about them too much. Godspeed, comrades. We're right across the road from that cornfield, checking out that field of beans that we planted just a day or two after. I would think with how close that corn is that this soybean field would actually be breaking through the ground prior to this cold snap. The farther away from the surface they are, the better shape they're probably going to be. If I can even find one. Wow, not even close. It's put down a little bit of a root and it stopped growing for now. This is where the seed treatment shines, protecting a small seedling such as this as it's putting down its root. It's not going to be growing over the next few days. A period of warmth and this should resume growing. What really lessens the severity of this cold snap is the fact that 1, our corn and soybeans are not emerged out of the soil yet, and 2, the daytime highs are getting up into the mid 40s and 50s, warming the soil back up. That way we have a temperature buffer in the ground to help protect the seeds when it gets so cold in the night and the mornings. Whew, I can't even feel my hands. But I'm a softie. We're not feeling quite aggressive enough to come out and plant in the snow. This farm right here was next on my agenda. There's a drainage ditch on the back side. The house is the tile main for our entire farm back home. Water flow's not the best in it right now. I'm gonna take the backhoe out there and dig out the bottom of the ditch as much as I can with that tool and hopefully increase that drainage pretty significantly. You can see I started on it the other day and that's as far as I got. So I have about 150 yards of digging to do. Seed tenders are waiting patiently inside for this cool weather to get away from here. But here's what I'm looking for. Me and more. For those of you who are amazed by the equipment we run nowadays, This is something we would have used 30 or 40 years ago. Here's what we're working with right here. We've already dug out a little section of that with the backhoe the other day. You can see that's where our tile main for the whole farm dumps out into this drainage ditch and goes all the way back there and then cuts over into the gravel pit. You can tell the backhoe is not the best for this job solely because the hoe does not extend far enough to be able to get a good chunk every time. The other downside to the backhoe is you have to raise and lower your stands every time you're going to move and use your hoe in a different location. A track hoe would be able to just zip right along here one direction, reach over and scoop it out. It's always stabilized. We're going to get to work on digging this. We're going to try not to put the dirt too far into the field because we're going to be planting this relatively soon and there's no way that'll be leveled out. I've only got so much room to work with. As you can see, my pile over there started to slide back down. There's very little difference between the ditch bank and the edge of the field. But we're going to do our best to try and emulate what I've done so far here. So let's get to digging. After all of that digging, we finally hit grade. Now this water should slowly drain its way out of here. That is how much dirt I just moved. It took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I've been out here for over 2, maybe almost 3 hours now. That's not even a full representation of how much dirt has settled in this drainage ditch. As I said numerous times, the backhoe is limited to its ability to clean out a ditch of this size and depth. At one point in time, all of the dirt I just pulled out of this ditch was located in these nearby fields. Over time, water movement through surface and subsurface drainage patterns slowly relocates small soil particles. The combination of time and a lot of water flow results in many tons of soil being relocated into strips like this drainage ditch that are very good at catching those. However, if you do not go and clean out the bottom of the ditch, this dirt will impede water flow. That's why we're out here. We're having problems with our tile main emptying out all the way. There's so much dirt here though that I'm going to try and go along the side with the backhoe and level it out a little bit because we are going to be planting beans out here soon. Doing some plowing. Practically looks like that was done by a laser. No, just kidding. That's like a Frankenstein digging job, but it's going to get the job done. You see the water's already moving out. Got a lot of dirt in the way now. And the backhoe's a little muddy. We'll let Jeff wash that. Ooh, I'm glad to be done with that project. If I won the lottery, the one thing I would buy is a full set of excavating equipment. Track hoe, bulldozer, turn pole, all the work so we can manicure these farms as finely as they deserve. That'd be sweet to run a track hoe and a bulldozer for like 30 minutes maybe, then someone else can do it for me. Hey, it's Friday. Things are kind of sporadic around here if you can't tell. We've also had an interesting development. It is raining, and it's rained a decent amount at 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Not quite sure that's what our plants out in the fields want right now. Hopefully they're all right. I'm not really sure. On the bright side, it feels much warmer than it has the last few days. No breeze today, so this 40 degrees doesn't hit quite as hard as it did yesterday. 3/10, 9 millimeters for you metric people. You also have to realize how dry it's been out here. If you saw my last video of me planting soybeans just to the southwest of here, about a mile, when I left that field, my tractor literally had a layer of sediment on it from all the dust. Not even close to the year we had last year in condition. Ugh. I was recruited to help with some tech stuff. Dad is complaining that all of his planner data is not being sent to his iPad, which is not in here. I have a hunch that this needs updated. Fingers crossed, because that'll be a simple fix. Does anyone know how to edit in post-production to fix an LED flicker like this? These screens are not flickering for me. We're gonna go ahead and fire up, that way we don't waste any battery. Here's what his planning page looks like. Have the iPad, have the operator. It says it's connecting. I'm not even sure where he finds all this mud. Why is your planner always so muddy? It was updating. That cannot update on its own, so let's use the iPad cellular network to update all of the brains of the planner. Hopefully this will fix our problem. No success so far. I guess we'll try to cycle the power. I'm feeling lucky. Look at this crack in his screen. Download all of my new data from the wireless data server. Downloading. Success. Okay, we fixed the problem, but it's going to take a very long time for all the data to download off of the planner and off of the Green Star over to the iPad so it can be uploaded to the cloud. As opposed to sitting here and letting the tractor run for a couple hours while this downloads, I'm going to shut it off. We're going to forget about it for now, and when Dad goes to plant his next field, it'll be downloading in the background. We figured out the problem, now it's just a waiting game. No better time to wait than when he's out in the field planting. We've still made virtually no progress. We're going to pull a plug on that one. This is my favorite way to help grease. Not much more room to unfold it in here. Coolant's a little low. Okay, we're looking for some coolant for that tractor. That was high guard. John Deere's coolant is called Cool Guard. What does that say? That says Cool Guard. Number one rule of chemistry: always smell it first. Just kidding, that's like a cardinal sin in chemistry. Do not smell it. You might die. Looks yellow. Just what we're looking for. I don't know if that'll be enough or not. There's about 20 glugs in here. If you guys are even familiar with the glug measurement system, we'll bring 2 just to be safe. And that funnel looks good. Got the goods.
How low is it?
Well, this is the minimum cold, and it's been running.
Put some more in it. Oh.
Somebody stinks. Is that why Chris is standing so far away? Throw the hood down. Dad wants to pull this little tractor out, so I gotta back out the planter. A beautiful day to fill up a tractor. Don't really have anything else better to do. And now we wait from the comfort of the tractor cab. Oh, finally! It's done. Been waiting here for ages. You'd think it was Monday. There we go. Good to go. I'm unsure whether or not I'm clear to pull this back in. Well, my question was answered very quickly. Where'd you take the 2 tractors?
One tractor's on the south side, and the other one's over at the barn so we can put that 4-row planter on it.
No. It'll probably be a few days at the earliest before these 2 planters see any more action.
A few days after it stops raining.
Getting ready for mowing season, hooking onto the batwing mower right there. Oh! We don't have a pin for it. Yeah, that holds the cover on. Hydraulics.
Better to the left!
Gotta take the safety pins out. High-tech safety pin. A little stuck. That one's good. More permanent hitch solution. Air's off. This thing is so heavy. Well, it's off. I can tell which one's loose. Can we get new ones or just sharpen them?
Yeah, get new ones.
Watch your fingers. Whoa, back a little bit. Whoa, right there. I lost it. Whoa, whoa, back a hair. Right there, whoa. Now come my way a little more. The other way. Right there. A little more. Whoa, right there.
Come out.
Yeah, they're both out.
These are right, one's left. So it'd be that one, right? Pull one of those blades out and compare it.
Get the beast. Was there one in the other one?
No, it probably a hole.
I could have told you that.
Raise it up, Jeff. Sit down. Don't drop it.
If that comes off, it'd be amazing.
Got it?
Yep. Greased up, new blades. Now we just need to dry off to mow some grass. This is where it'll rest. That way we can still get to the seed tenders. It's now wet enough to leave tracks. The rain has ceased for now. We're still hanging out around 3/10, 9 millimeters or so. Really, it wasn't that large of a rain. Hopefully by next week we can get out here and start planting again. Well, everyone, that's going to be it for this episode. As always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate your support. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you want to see more, and comment if you have any questions. Have a great day. Peace.